Hi guys, I'm sorry that I haven't been making any videos, well, recently, so kind of been dealing with, well, I was in a play, and of course there was, finals, because my school goes by trimesters, but, whatever. So, I got a brand new camera, and I decided to test it out by showing you guys my movie collection on this bookshelf right here. And there's manga, and there's some comics and books, so I'll just, start right here. So I'm going to start with the 7 VHSs I have here. There's Shawshank Redemption, it was a good movie. Highlander, which I own because of, well, the Spoonie one. Love his Highlander the Source review. Oh, man. And this is the original Little Shop of Horrors with Jack Nicholson in his first role. His first role that lasts about 5 minutes. I just love how much this cover lies so much. It's got like Jack Nicholson with the plant, which never happens in the movie. So he's only in it for like 5 minutes. I think I already said that. Boondock Sings, pretty good movie, and Willem Dafoe is crazy in it, as always. The Gods Must Be Crazy. This movie is hilarious to me, not just in the sense that you would find it funny, but like it's well written. But it's like the way it's edited. The way it's edited is just mind-blowingly hilarious. Like I could think of one scene, but I don't want to bore you that much. Go watch it. It's pretty funny. Heavy Metal. This is one of those movies I'm very surprised my family has. Though I think it might be. I think it might be something that one of my brother's friends had. This one's pretty interesting to watch. Interesting animation, and of course it has the. Probably shouldn't say. RoboCop. No further introduction right there. And of course, there's all these DVDs. These two right here. This one is Call of Cthulhu. I haven't watched this one yet, but it looks really interesting because this is by the H.P. Lovecraft Historical Society. This is an adaptation of Call of Cthulhu, his short story, in the style of a 1920s silent film. You just think about that for a second. That is just... I'm a jock compared to these nerds. Oh, man. The final cut is, the first time I ever heard of this movie, I saw it, laying in a bargain bin at Best Buy. But the idea was fascinating. The plot is fascinating. It has Robin Williams and Jim Caviezel in it. So basically you got Jesus Christ or Edmond Dantes, and, well, Robin frickin' Williams in it, so. Oh, man. Basically, this movie's about, in the not-too-distant future, yeah, where, you can buy microchips and install it in your child's brain so that, it could record their entire lives through their eyes, and this guy's job is to, when they die, take the footage of their lives, and then, putting it into some sort of a short, memorial montage. It's... I don't know. It's not exactly Blade Runner, but it's definitely. Take a look. It's really interesting. And here's everybody's favorite movie in the whole wide world, The Last Airbender. I mean, this movie's the shit, man, isn't it? Yeah, I didn't think so. And these two are DVDs I have of Avatar: The Last Airbender, which I don't really need because I have the entire series right there. This is in German. Yes, in German. I have the series in German. Well, not all of it. This is one I picked up when I was in California, like 1 year. And there's Animaniacs. No introduction. There's the entire series. And actually, this one, that's the entire first season in German. Yeah. So I visited Germany it was like last summer. So I picked up some nice movies there. There's the Back to the Future trilogy and the Clerks cartoon. There's Cowboy Bebop. You can't exactly see the title there. The Dollars trilogy, the Good, the Bad, the Ugly. I still haven't watched that yet. Kind of need to. Got the Devil and Bob, a really good show. It was sadly cut short. From what I've heard, they made 13 episodes, but only three aired in the United States, and was, there's a lot of controversy around it, even though most of the people didn't really watch it. Although right now it is playing on every Saturday night on Adult Swim, so there's at least that. Root of All Evil. This lasted 8 episodes, and I kind of like the show. I mean, it was a great idea, and you got these 2 comics coming together and basically putting together their own bits. It was a good show, and it introduced me to Patton Oswalt, so there's at least that. Soul Eater. I still haven't finished watching Soul Eater, and there's a lot of TV shows and movies I really want to buy, like The Room and Oral High School Host Club. Yeah, you heard me. There's Strong Bad Emails, the first volume. I think it's like the first 100 emails. All that good stuff. Alice in Wonderland, the unanniversary edition, which has a lot of really cool bonus features. Arachnophobia in German. This is by the same guy who directed Congo, and it's about as good as you might think it is. And it's basically a whole swarm of spiders, just infest this small town in the U.S. I kind of liked it. You could watch it on YouTube. It's a nice junk film, really. Batman. This is the original Tim Burton Batman, and to be quite honest, I don't really know what the big deal with this movie is. I mean, yeah, it's all right, but I don't understand what makes it so good. And I kind of enjoyed it. I didn't. I'm in more of the camp that Dark Knight might be better, just by the experience of it. This one was kind of meh, but hey, it wasn't bad. Louis Black again, Stark Raving Black. He's a great comedian. Here's my Mel Brooks collection right here. It's like Producers, Spaceballs, and Blazing Saddles, and Rubber Man in Tights, and Young Frankenstein, all this good stuff. Some of these I haven't watched yet. Dune. Yeah. Dune. In fact, Kyle MacLachlan, the star of Dune, he's actually from Yakima. Like, he was born and raised in Yakima, Washington. So that's kind of cool. So that makes Kyle MacLachlan, that one episode of iCarly, and apples. Yeah, our main export is apples. Edward Scissorhands and Flight the Navigator. Actually, Flight the Navigator, that's the first movie I ever bought for myself. So, kind of special, really. Forrest Gump, of course, great movie. Franklin, this is called Franklin. This is a very fascinating movie. It's like a British movie, and it's kind of a really psychological thriller in a certain way, but you have to watch it, because I can't describe the whole plot, because, that would give away the entire thing. Here's a couple of Garfield cartoons, just cuz. And Good Night and Good Luck, which is a movie I bought mostly because Doug Walker put on his list of top 10 best movies of all time, like his favorite movies of all time. And I understand what the appeal might be, just the whole... It's like the first movie I've ever seen that actually tried to emulate real life. And it certainly feels like that, because it didn't really feel like an actual plot or a story. It just felt like just a snippet from real life, and it was kind of weird. John Carpenter's Halloween. Nothing else to say. This is Heat. That's a really good one. How to Train Your Dragon. I really like that one. In fact, I really love the score to this movie. The John Powell score. I really wish that this one would have won Best Original Score. I mean, Social Network, yeah, that was pretty good, but this one has a lot more memorable melodies. Ink, this is a really good independent film, but I can't say anything about it because that will give away the entire thing. And yes, I own a Pauly Shore movie called In the Army now, and then there's Iron Giant, and actually, these two and Dune. I bought them from Hollywood Video when they were going out of business, which was a very sad day for me when I found that out. But yeah, I bought Franklin at the other Hollywood movie, the Hollywood Video around this town. But sad day, because I used to buy all my games at Game Crazy. So, but hey, at least I got three or four movies out of it. So. These are like the rental copies, but they run well. Kung Fu Panda, and these, I really need to start expanding my Studio Ghibli collection, because they always make good movies. And I still haven't seen Princess Mononoke yet. Oh man. But I have Castle in the Sky and Howl's Moving Castle, Really good movies. Lord of the Rings in German. That's right. I got the trilogy in German. The problem is I've seen Fellowship. I watched Fellowship, but I've never seen the other two. Probably because it's hard for me to make time in order to watch movies this long, which is kind of sad because a lot of my favorite movies are really long. Like I have Watchmen here. Yeah, there's Watchmen. That's a really long movie, but I like it a lot. Not another teen movie. This one has its moments. Like this is one of those movies that popped up like right after Scary Movie, but it's not by Seltzer and Freiberg. So there's at least that. There's at least one reason to go see this movie, or at least watch it. The Pixar shorts, Pleasantville, which is actually one of my favorite ones. Mostly because they take a premise that would have easily been turned into a comedy, but then they make a really interesting, serious movie with it, and it's got some really great acting. And I think, basically to describe this movie, just Tobey Maguire's in this movie. The first scene has him acting like a nerd, so it's like, I can almost imagine Sam Raimi watching this movie and going, "That's my Peter Parker. He would be perfect." And well, what do you know? That this is Monty Python and the Quest for the Holy Grail, or Monty Python, the Knights of the Coconuts. Yeah, that's Monty Python in German. And here's the Simpsons movie, kind of funny. Snatch. Actually, it's Snatch, Pigs and Diamonds, and I still haven't watched this movie yet. Social Network, good movie. Spontaneous Combustion, massive props to the nerd, the Angry Video Game Nerd, for introducing this movie to me, because I found it very fascinating. I find that concept of spontaneous combustion very fascinating. Just the fact that your body can explode at any minute, just take itself out. It's like self-destruction. It's perfect. And it's not it may not be like the best movie ever, but it's definitely a good watch. This is Stephen King's The Shining. Like, not Stanley Kubrick's, but this is like the TV miniseries that they made out of it. And while the production quality is not the best, when it focuses more on the acting, it's really good, actually. Like Steven Weber, he's a really good Jack Torrance. I don't want to say he's better than Jack Nicholson, but I will say he's probably up there. Like, he's like right next to him when it comes to his performance as Jack Torrance. Tombstone, Val Kilmer's amazing in this movie. Troll and Troll 2, must own. Like I said, I need to get The Room. I really do. Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, really good movie, or at least a really fun watch. And when I saw this movie, I immediately went to my local Borders and bought the first volume of the comic. So yeah, and there's my Scott Pilgrim. And there's basically that's my manga collection. It's like here you can see some regular manga and German manga right there. There's Scott Pilgrim, and then there's Negima, and there's a Marvel thing part of there. Back up to here, The Truman Show. I like this movie pretty much. Twilight Zone the movie. I think I should review this one. This one's really interesting because you got like these 4 famous directors together, and to make these to remake episodes from the show. And there was an on-set accident. There's an on-set accident, like Vic Morrow died during production. Like there's a huge helicopter accident on set. And that could be, of course, when you think about on-set accidents, you immediately think of like Brandon Lee in The Crow, but this one's a bit more dramatic and tragic. Not that Brandon Lee is not just as tragic. I mean, son of Bruce Lee, come on. And here are the good X-Men movies. To be honest, when I saw the third one, when I watched the third one, I didn't hate it that much. It was definitely interesting to watch, but it definitely wasn't as good as these two, and Wolverine can bite my ass. And I have 3 copies of WALL-E. I love this movie so much. This one is the 3-disc special edition, and the first disc got scratched, to the point where I can't watch the movie, where it's all skipping all the time, so that kind of pissed me off. And for my birthday, my parents got me this version as a quote-unquote stop bitching present, and this is WALL-E in German. Yeah. And there's Watchmen, I showed you earlier, and Tron, the original Tron. And you're probably thinking when I thought of the Tron Legacy, it was kind of disappointing, really. I didn't like it all that much. It was okay, I guess, but, you know, good score, really good visuals, but aside from that, not all that good. Oh well, and that's my movie collection, and my manga collection. So, yeah, hoping to use this camera in the future.